welcome back to the channel. Here we are going to be working on the construction of the sectional view of this building. This is year 2026 NECO building drawing question. So we have here that this is the floor plan. As you know that we have answered these two questions. We have made the floor plan, and we have also worked on the front elevation. Now we have the question C, which is for us to construct the section AA, that is the sectional view of the building, and the scale that we are given here is 1:100 that we are to use. But in this case, I'm not going to make use of this scale. The scale that I'm going to use is 1:50, and at the end of the construction, I'm going to state the scale used on the drawing. But let's come back to the floor plan that we have here. So this is the cutting plane AA as it goes in this direction, and the arrows are pointing in this direction. What does that imply? It means that when the building is cut from the foundation to the roof, so we are to remove this part, okay, and then we want to see what we have here. Okay, so let me turn it right as we have it like this. Okay, so we are cutting it. When we cut it, so we remove this part and we want to see what we have on this surface based on the direction of the arrows. Okay, so let's talk about the component of the building that is cut by the cutting plane. Here the cutting plane cut this wall, okay, and then we have a window within this wall, okay, then it cut this wall, so there's no component of building within this wall, okay, then it cut this wall, and then this wall we have a lintel above it, okay, because of this what we see here. So there's a lintel above this wall, okay, so let's take note of that. Then it cut this wall, so and within this wall we have a window. So how many walls are we working on? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, so each of the walls has its own foundation, so let's take note of that. And then when we are looking at it in this direction, we are going to see this door, okay, so we see this door, okay, and then we are going to see this window and this window, okay, so we have to position all those windows and the doors that we see here within the drawing, okay, so that is what we are going to do. So so what we have to do now is to start and see how the sectional view will look, okay, so just follow me. So this is very simple, so just follow my instructions step by step. We get it done. Let's go. All right, so now, so the first thing that we have to do is to draw a horizontal line. So we draw a horizontal line which is going to represent the ground level line, okay, so we have this horizontal line. So and then immediately you draw this line, so indicate it here that this is the ground level. So this is the ground level, so write it here like this, okay, very, very important. Now, so we are going to start by positioning this wall here. So we are drawing from the left to the right side, so we are positioning this this wall, okay, so we start by drawing a vertical line here. So we start by drawing a vertical line here. So here we have this vertical line like this, okay, so this represents the external part of the wall, okay, that's what we want to do first. We want to position vertical lines for the external part of each wall, okay, so that is for this particular wall here. Then next we have what? We have this wall here, okay, we have this wall. So distance between this wall and this wall is 4,500, sorry, 4,500. So if we divide 4,500 by 50, okay, that is going to give us 90. So that will give us 90. So for us to position this wall, so we have to take a measurement of 90 millimeters from here, 90 millimeters. So from here, so we have this to be 90 millimeters, okay. So at this point also, so we draw a vertical wall to represent the external part of this wall. So draw a vertical line like this, okay, so it represents the external part of the wall, okay. So next, so we are to locate this wall. So when I made the floor plan, I think I used 1,000 for the distance from here to, because we are told that distance from here to here is 3,000. Okay, so I used 1,000 for this, and I used 2,000 for this. Okay, so distance from here to here, if we take it as 1,000, so 1,000 by 50, 1,000 by 50 will give us 20, to give us 20 millimeters. Okay, so here we take a measurement of 20 millimeters from here. So this is 20 millimeters. So we are to draw a vertical line here to represent the external part of this wall here. Okay, so next, so we have what? We have the fourth wall. So the fourth wall has a distance of from here to here, it has a distance of 2,000 from here to, as we have taken 1,000 from here to here, because the total from here to here is 3,000. We have taken 1,000 from here to here. So from here to here, now we now have it to be 2,000. So 2,000 from here to here by 50 will give us 40 millimeters. So from here, so we take a measurement of 40 millimeters. So this is 40 millimeters here. So at this point, we are to draw a vertical line to represent the external part of the wall. So we have this, okay? All right, so now having done this, the next thing that we have to do is to bring out the thickness of the wall, okay? The thickness of the wall. Don't forget what I said, that each of these vertical lines represent the external part of the wall. Now, let's now work on the thickness of the wall. So we need to look into the specifications. Here we have walls. All walls 225 thick concrete hollow blocks with 12 mortar rendering. All walls 225 thick concrete hollow blocks with 12 mortar rendering. Okay, so we are going to add this 12 with this 225, and that will give us 237. To give us 237. So if we divide 237 by 50, I think that will give us 4.7 something. I think 4.74. Okay, so 4.74. So we approximate it to 5 millimeters. So we make it 5 millimeters. So which means the thickness of the wall is 5 millimeters each. So this is an external wall. Okay, so what you have to do, take 5 millimeters inward. Take 5 millimeters inward. Okay, so I'm taking it. So I'm starting from 1. So this is 5 millimeters here. So you take this one. This is an external wall. You take 5 millimeters inward. So while for this one, you can take to either side, but we have more space on this side. So I will take it to this side. So this is 5 millimeters. And then for this one, I will also take it. So from here to this side. Okay, so here we have this to be, this is 5 millimeters. And for this is an external wall. So you take it inward. Okay, so this is 5 millimeters. Okay, so then, so the next thing that we are going to do is that we are to draw a vertical line on each of these points that we have taken for the thickness of the wall. So draw a vertical line down like this, and then so you come here also, so draw a vertical line like this. Okay, so then, so we come here, and then so we draw a vertical line. We have this, and then so here also we also so draw a vertical line. So that is for the thickness of the wall. This work is very simple. Just follow me so you get it done. All right, so now having worked on the thickness of the walls, so the next thing that we are going to do is to work on the foundation. All right, so let's go back to the specifications and see what we are to know about the foundation. So here we have foundation. We have 675 by 225 concrete strip foundation footing, 900 depth below the ground level. Let me take it again. Foundation 675 by 225 concrete strip foundation footing, 900 depth below the ground level. Okay, so what does that imply? So in this case now, the foundation is in rectangular, or the foundation footing is in rectangular form. The length is 675 while the width is 225. Okay, then the distance of the bottom of the foundation footing is 900 below the ground level. So we have to start with this 900 first. Okay, so if we divide 900 by 50, 900 by 50, that gives us 18 millimeters. 18 millimeter, that is 18 millimeters. So we have to take a measurement of 18 millimeters from the ground level. So from this line, which is the ground level, take 18 millimeters down. Okay, so we measure 18 millimeters. So this is 18 millimeters here. Okay, so and then we have to draw horizontal line. So draw horizontal line from here to this side. So we have this. Okay, so you draw this horizontal line. Next, so we go for the width of the foundation footing. The width is 225. So 225 by 50, I think that will give us 4 point, maybe 4.5 or something. Okay, so I'm going to make it 5 millimeters, 4 or 5 millimeters. So you come from this line that we just drew, so you take 5 millimeters up, 5 millimeters up for the width of the foundation footing. So this is 5 millimeters. So now, so you draw horizontal line. So you just come to this point and draw horizontal line to this side. So draw horizontal line like this. Okay, that is the thickness of the width of the foundation footing. So next we have the length of the foundation footing, which is 675. So 675 by 50, so that's going to give us 13 point, I think that will be 13 point something. So, but I'm going to make it 15 millimeters. Okay, so I will make it 15 millimeters, though we can't approximate 13 point something to 15, but I usually make it 15 millimeters. Okay, so that I can I already have 5 millimeters from here to here, so make it 15 millimeters. Okay, so what we have to do, so already we have 5 millimeters for this. Okay, so I just set like this. Okay, then take 5 millimeters to the left side. Okay, 5 millimeters to the left side, 5 millimeters to the right side. Then so coming here, take 5 millimeters to the left side and 5 millimeters to the right side like this. And then so here we also have 5 millimeters to the left side and 5 millimeters to the right side here. So we have this, and then here also, so we have this, so 5 millimeters to the left side and 5 millimeters to the right side. Okay, we have this. So now, so what we have to do with the foundation footing, so you make this, so just make it a vertical line, just a short vertical line within this space like this. Okay, and so this, so make a vertical line here. All right, so we have this. Then so make this a thick line to be more visible. All right, so we have this, so make it a thick line. All right, so then, so this is made of concrete, so you just make something like this. Okay, and then so you don't have to do it for everything, so you can just come here and do for this, so it's not compulsory you do it for everything. All right, so we have this. All right, so you can do that for this if you want to do it for everybody. It's not compulsory, so you just make sure you show at least 2. Okay, all right, so next, so let's go for the floor. So let's go for the floor. So we have put the foundation footing there. So next we want to go for the floor. So in the specifications we have floor. So for floor we have 3 components that we have to put in this drawing. We have the hard core 300 thick, and we have 150 thick concrete slab and 25 cement screed. Okay, now so there's no condition given for the placement of each of these components, so we decide on where to put them. So what I mean is this, so I'm going to start with the hard core. Okay, I'm going to start with the hard core. This hard core, I can decide to put it below the ground level or above the ground level. Okay, that is my own decision. Okay, someone else may decide to put it above. Okay, and someone else may decide to put it below, but for me, I want to put the hardcore below the ground level. That is what I want to do. So the thickness of the hardcore is 300. So 300 by 50, that will give us 6 millimeters. That will give us 6 millimeters. So from the ground level, so take a measurement of 6 millimeters down. Okay, so down, so below the ground level. So that is my own decision, as I said. So this hard core, it doesn't pass through the walls. It doesn't pass through the walls. Okay, so we are going to draw it this way. Just look at me. Okay, so we just draw a horizontal line to this side, so, and then draw a horizontal line, so within this, and draw a horizontal line in between these two walls, and then should draw a horizontal line from here to here. Okay, so this is the thickness of the hard core. So for the symbol of the hard core, so we have it like this, and then you don't have to do it for everything, so I can just stop it here. So I can decide to put it here. Okay, so we have this. Okay, I want us to also have it outside here a little. Okay, so we have this. So um let's also have it outside like this, and let's have it here too. All right, so this is for the hard core. Okay, so next, so we have the concrete slab. So we have concrete slab. The thickness of the concrete slab is 150. So 150 by 50, that give us 3 millimeters. That give us 3 millimeters. So for the concrete slab, so it's going to, the walls are built over the concrete slab. The walls are built over the concrete slab. So we have this to be thickness of the concrete slab. Okay, so I'm going to draw a line. So okay, so I want us to have it drawn accurately. So we draw horizontal line like this. So as I said, that the walls are built over the concrete slab. Okay, and then this line also, so we need to make it a thick line. So that is the line of the ground level. So all right, so we have this now. So for the concrete slab, so we need to show that this is concrete slab. So you don't have to put the O symbol here. So this represents the gravel as we have it here. So it represents the gravel. So then so the concrete slab is a mixture of sand, cement, gravel, and water. So you can just, so the first symbol that I put there, they represent stone or the gravel within the mixture. So that is okay. So it's okay like this. I can just let me just put it outside here a little. Okay, all right, so that is for the concrete slab. So next we have what we have cement screed. So for cement screed, the thickness is 25 millimeters. So if we divide 25 millimeters by 50, that's going to give us 0.5. Okay, so which will not be really feasible, but what I'm going to do is that I'll just make it something like so 1.5 millimeters, or let's make it 1 millimeter. So here we have this to be 1 millimeter. Okay, so the cement screed, they do not pass through the wall, or it doesn't pass through the wall, doesn't pass through the wall. So we are just going to make a little line. Okay, so outside here a little, then we draw between these two walls, and we draw it between these two walls, and then so we draw it between these two walls, and then so let's have it outside a little. Okay, so we have this. Okay, so this masquerade is the mixture of sand, cement, and water. Sand, cement, and water. So just put this to represent the sand within the mixture. Okay, so we have this. I don't have to do it for everything, so you can just All right, so that is it. So these are the components of the floor that we are given. So another thing that is not mentioned for the floor is the heads. That is the sand under the for under the underneath the floor. Okay, so that we call it earth. So we need to show it here. So this is how I usually make my own. So just draw two lines like this. Okay, so draw two lines like this here, and then so you can just also have it here, and then let's put it outside here. Okay, then you okay. All right, so we have this. All right, so this represents the heads. All right, so we are done with the foundation and we are done with the floor. So the next thing that we are going to do is to work on the roof. That's how I do my work. I divide my work into three. Working on the foundation with the floor, then I move to the roof. Then I will come back to the to work on the inner part of the building. So that is what we want to do right now. Let's work on the roof. Okay, so we need to know the floor to ceiling height. So the floor to ceiling height is not given in these specifications. So I'm going to as I did for the front elevation, I used 3,100. Okay, so if it is not given to you, if floor to ceiling height is not given to you, you can decide to use 3,000 or 3,100. So I'm going to use 3,100 as I used it for the front elevation. So if I divide 3,100 by 50, that will give me 62 millimeters. So I'm going to take a measurement of 62 millimeters from the floor surface. From the floor surface, take 62 millimeters up. So this is 62. Here we have this to be 62 millimeters. So here is 62 millimeters. Okay. So for this, so draw horizontal line. So draw horizontal line. So draw horizontal line. Okay. Um, all right. So here we draw horizontal line from here to here. Okay. So we have this horizontal line. So we need to make sure we okay. So take this line. Okay. So let the wall touch this line. Okay. So we extend this line or these lines. All right. So we okay. So all right, so now, so over the external walls, we are to place the wall plate. We are to place the wall plate over the external wall. So for the wall plate, so let's also take a measurement. Let's take 3 millimeters up this. So 3 millimeters up this for the wall plate. Okay, so this is 3 millimeters. So we have to draw horizontal line from here. So we draw horizontal line. So I'm going to draw like this. All right, so then I'm going to place the wall plate over this. All right, so we are placing the wall plate over this. So for the wall plate, so we just draw a vertical line like this, and then so draw a vertical line like this, and then so we draw the diagonal of this square, this, and then all right, so that is the wall plate over there. So we come here also as an external wall. So we also place the wall plate. So draw the diagonal of this, and okay, so we have this now. All right, so these are the wall plates as you see it there. So now the next thing that we have to do is to take the measurements of the east projection. So east projection is distance between the end of the ceiling and the external wall. The end of the ceiling and the external wall. That's what we call east projection. Distance between the external wall and the end of the ceiling on the outside. So east projection in the specifications that we are given is 600. So 600 by 50 give us 12 millimeters. So we take 12 millimeters from this line. Okay, so we take it to the left side. This is 12 millimeters, and you come here also. So take 12 millimeters from this point to this side. This is 12 millimeters. So we have this one, and at this point here, we take a vertical line up a little. Okay, so and then we have the same thing here, vertical line up. All right, so now, so let's place the tie beam. So the next thing that we are going to place over the wall plate. So place the tie beam over the wall plate. So okay, so for the tie beam, so let's say the thickness is 3 millimeters. So let's take 3 millimeters. So this is 3 millimeters here. Okay, so let me also take it here. So 3 millimeters. So this is 3 millimeters. Okay, so I'm going to connect these together, a straight line. All right, so that is the tie beam. Okay, so the next thing that we are going to place over this is for us to place the rafters. We have to place the rafters, and for us to place the rafters, we have to consider the pitch angle that we are given. So the pitch angle that we are given here is 35 degrees, and this type of roof is hipped roof. Okay, so the pitch angle is 35 degrees. So we are going to make use of the protractor to get that angle. So this is my protractor. So place it here. So place the center point at this point on the tie beam. Okay, so and then so we read 35 degree. All right, so make sure this horizontal line on the protractor is on the top line of the tie beam. So this is so we take 35 degrees. So this is 35 degree here. So here we have this to be 35 degree. So we come to this side and do the same thing. So place it at this point, this particular point here. So place it here like this, and make sure the horizontal line is on this top line that we have on the tie beam. So also, so take 35 degrees. So this is 30, this is 35 degree. So then with this, we are going to draw a line from this point through that point that we put on the paper. So draw a line. Okay, so draw a line like this. Okay, so then we also do it on this side. So come here at this point. So draw a line from this point. So let it go this way. All right, so we have this. Okay, so now next thing that we are going to do is to bring out the thickness of the rafter. So we are going to bring out the thickness of the rafter. So if the thickness of the rafter, let's say that is also 3 millimeters, bear with the protractor. So come to this point here. So and then so we take angle 90 degrees. So this is 90 degree here. So and then so draw a line from here. So draw a line from here like this. So that's okay. And then so we'll do the same thing on this side. So set the protractor, set it at this point. Okay. All right. So then this 90 puts a mark, and then so draw a line from this point. All right. So we have this. Okay. So now so we take that 3 millimeters for the thickness of the rafter. Okay. So take 3 millimeters up this. So this is 3 millimeters. And then so here also, so we take 3 millimeters. So from here, So this is 3 millimeters. Okay, so we have this. Okay, so next we are going to make use of all right, so I'm going to set my set square on this line. So set the set square on this line. Okay, so we set the set square on the line, and then we support it with the ruler. So we shift it to this point, and we draw this line. All right, so then come here also, we do the same thing by setting the set square along this line. Okay, so then I will slide the set square to that point. All right, so and then draw this line. All right, so here we have the rafters in place. We have the rafters in place. So next, so we have to place the purlin. We have to place the purlin. Okay, so it's on the purlin that we are nailing the roofing material. That we are nailing the roofing material. So we also take the thickness of the purlin as 3 millimeters. So here is 3 millimeters. So we have this. Okay, and then here also, so we come and take 3 millimeters up this line. So this is 1 2 3, so this is 3 millimeters here. All right, so then so we do the same thing the way we did the other one. Okay, so by setting set square along this line. Okay, and so we shift the set square up, and we draw this line. Okay, so then we do the same thing here also. So setting the set square along this line, then so we slide it up, and we draw. All right, so we have this. So within this space that we have here, we are going to place the purlin. So we are placing the purlin so within this space. Okay, so let's do that. So, okay, so from this point here, so from this point, here where the lines meet, so we take so let's take 20, so 20 millimeters. So this is 20 millimeters here. So after this 20, so take a measurement of 3 millimeters. So this is 1 2 3, so this is 3 millimeters, and then 20 again, 20 millimeters again. So this is 20 millimeters, and then so another 3 millimeters again, so 20 millimeters from this point. So this is 20 millimeters, and then take 3 millimeters again, and then so another 20 millimeters from here. So this is 20, and then so take 3 millimeters. So this is 3 millimeters here. So we have this. So we come to this side, we do the same thing from this point. Take 20 millimeters. Okay, so this is 20 millimeters. Then we take 3 millimeters. Okay, so this is 3 millimeters, and then 20 again from this point. So this is 20. Then we take 3 millimeters here, then another 20. So this is 20 millimeters. Then we take 3 millimeters, and then so last one, so we take 20, then we take 3 millimeters. So we have this. All right, so now so let's position the purlin. So we just come to this point. So draw a short vertical line within this space. So within this space, draw a vertical line like this, and then so we come here, we draw a vertical line within this space, and here also. All right, so we have positioned the Pauline, so within that space. Okay, so then all right, so we are the Paulines within this space. All right, so all the Paulines, they have been positioned as you see them there. So next thing that we are going to place over this is the roving material. That's the next thing that we are going to place over this. And then so we need to place the facial board. We need to place the facial boards for the facial board. Okay, for the facial board, so we to take so let's take okay, so let's have it here. So for the facial board, so we take just take 2 millimeters outward from this line. So take 2 millimeters outward here. So this is 2 millimeters. Okay, so we draw a vertical line, okay, like this. Okay, so draw a vertical line here for the facial board. So we have this. All right, so that's going to represent the facial board. So we just shade it a bit. Facial board is made of wood. Okay, so I'm just putting this. Okay, so we have this. Okay, so next is to place what is to place the roving material. So let's see, the thickness of that is let's just take 1 millimeter. Okay, so this is 1 millimeter here. And coming here, I will also take 1 millimeter above the line of the Pauline. Okay, so I'll just manage to draw it. So all right, so I'll just draw it like this. Okay, so then here also I will do the same thing. Okay, so we have this. All right, so then we terminate the roving material somewhere around here. So we also terminate it here. Okay, so that's for the roving material. So then we are going to place the ridge cap. So just draw it like this, and all right, so that's the ridge cap. Okay, so then next thing that we are to put here for the roof is the king post. So for the king post, so I'm going to so we come, and then so this is going to be the middle point. So following the center here, so this point of intersection, so we have what we have, this middle point. And then so I'm going to take the thickness, so I just make it so let's take 5 millimeters to this side, and then 5 millimeters to this side. So at this point I'm going to draw a vertical line. So here we draw a vertical line. So we draw a vertical line like this, and then so here we also draw a vertical line. Okay, so that's for the king post. And then I'm going to, so we need to also place some here. So let's take 30 millimeters, and then we have what we have 10, and then here we take 30, we have 10 millimeters. All right, so drawing a vertical line at this point. Okay, so then vertical line at this point here. So at this point also put a vertical line here, and a vertical line here. All right, so we have this. So then okay, so I can just leave it like this. Okay, so I can decide to leave it like this. Okay, so just let me leave it like this. So now then the ceiling joist. So ceiling joist, so let's position the ceiling joist here. Okay, so within this space, so these are the ceiling joist. All right, so we have this. Okay, so next let's go for so let's work on the inner part of the building now. On the inner part of the building, for the inner part of the building, so what do we have? Okay, what are we to show? So we need to look at it. So starting from this wall here, so we have a window that is cut within this wall. Okay, then we also have what we have, a door. We are going to see this door, we see this door, and then we also have this window that is cut within this wall. And then there's a lintel here on this wall. Okay, so we are going to position that bed before we can draw the before we can position those components. We need to consider the height of the door. Okay, so the height of the door that we have here, the height of the door that we have here and here. So we have one here, and then we are going to have one here. So the height of these doors so is 2100 for each of them. So we need to 2100 by by 50, that will give us 42. So we take a measurement of 42 millimeters off from the floor surface. So 42 millimeters, this is 42 millimeters. Okay, so we are going to, so we have to draw horizontal line like this. So draw it here also. Okay, and so we also have it here. Okay, because the top of the door, so we determine the top of the window. So that's the reason why I drew this line. Okay, so let's position the doors. Okay, so for the doors, there are two different doors. So this one is D2, this one is D3. Okay, so then in the specifications, we have the width of D2 to be 900, while the width of D3 is 750. So for the D2, that we have here, so that's going to be placed here. So we have so we are going to take a measurement of so first of all, so let's draw a vertical line here, a little short a little space away. So draw a vertical line down like this for the frame, and then you take 9 millimeters from this point. 9 millimeters from this point. This is 9, sorry, oh, 900 by 50 will give us 18 millimeters. So it is 18 millimeters that we are using. So this is 18 millimeters here. So and then we have to draw a vertical line, and then we move away a little, draw a vertical line. Okay, and then so come down a bit for the frame. So here we have this. All right, so then we are told that this type of door is a flush door. So this D2 is a flush door. So we are going to leave this surface like this. So and then we, all right, so we have positioned that door. So then the second one that we have here, okay, so we have its weight to be 750. We have its weight to be 750. So 750 by 50. Okay, so 750 by 50, that give us that's going to be 15. So it will be 15, is it 15? Okay, so that'll be 15. Yeah, it is 15 millimeters. Okay, so we have it to be 15 millimeters. So here we have 15 millimeters here. Okay, so then we draw a vertical line. Here we draw a vertical line, then move away a little and draw a vertical line for the frame, and then so make this a thick line and come down a bit. So this also a flush door. It's a flush door. So we leave it like this. All right. So we have positioned the doors. Okay. So next we are to, so let's work on the lintel that we have here. So the lintel that we have here. So this lintel that we have here. Okay. So this lintel now. So we have so the information that we are given about the lintel, we are only given so if you look at what we have here, they said for lintels 225 by 225 reinforced concrete. Okay, they don't tell us about its height from the floor surface, so we don't have to worry ourselves about that. So for this now, just from this point, so take a measurement of 5 millimeters up, because if we divide 225 by 50, so that will give us 4.5. Okay, so take it as 5 millimeters. Okay. Okay, so so it is made of concrete. So just do that, and then today that's the lintel that we have within here. So then this wall, so make this a thick line from here to here. Okay, then we put wall symbol here. So we have this. All right, so we come here also. So there'll be a lintel here for this particular window that we have here that is cut within this wall. So we take 5 millimeters up from here also. 5 millimeters up. So this is 5 millimeters, and draw this line just as we did for this. All right, so okay, so then we also have another window that is cut within this wall. So we also take 5 millimeters up for us to put the lintel. So we put lintels above every opening in the building. Okay, so we have to show the lintel because these are an opening. Okay, all right, so that's the lintel. Okay, so now, so let's work on the window. So let's position the windows. Okay, so for the windows, so we have what we have, the windows that we have here. So this is W1 and this is W2. So for W1 that we have here, what is the height of this W1 as we have here? So the height is 1200. So 1200 by 15. Now 1200 by 50. So that will give us 24. So that's 24 millimeters. So from this line, take 24 millimeters down. 24 millimeters down. So this is 24 millimeters. Okay, so we draw horizontal line in this space here, and we also draw horizontal line. Okay, sorry, so there are different doors, there are different windows, so the height are not the same. Okay, so here we draw two lines within this space like this. Okay, so we have this now. All right, so then coming here, so this one is W2. So for the W2, what is the height? So the height is 900. Okay, the height is 900. Okay, so there was an error. There's an error here. So it is not 900. So we didn't use this for the floor plan. I used this because these are the windows in the toilet. If you look at where it is positioned, it is positioned in the toilet here, toilet and bath. Okay, so we usually use 600 by 600. So here we have 600. Okay, the height is 600. So 600 by 50, so that will give us 12 millimeters. That will give us 12 millimeters. So from here we take 12 millimeters down. So this is 12 millimeters here. Okay, so here we draw a horizontal line, and then so within this space, so we draw two vertical lines. Okay, all right, so we have this now. Okay, so then we have to make this line, so make it a thick line from here down, and from here down here. Okay, so and then all right, so then So we show the wall symbol here. So this is a wall. All right, so then down here we do the same thing. So this is foundation wall, and we also have it here as foundation wall, and here also. So we show it also. So yeah, okay. So there's space here. So there is space here, and then so here we also do the same thing here. It's also a wall, and then so this line will make it a thick line. Okay, from here down. All right, so looking at what we have here, so we have positioned everything right, and then okay, so we are not done because these two windows here, we are going to see them. So we are going to see these windows. Okay, so we need to position them. So we need to position them. So we quickly do that. Okay, so we just have to. So it is W1, W1. So we are making use of this height. So draw horizontal line from here to here, and then from here, so draw horizontal line like this. Okay, so and for the window, for the windows, so what type of windows do we have for W1? So W1 is what we have it to be casement window. Okay, or casement, they are all casement windows. Okay, so let's position the windows. Okay, so we move away a little from here. So draw a vertical line. Okay, so then move away a little. So draw a vertical line. Okay, so then the width, okay, so the width of that window is 1200. So 1200 by, so that's going to give us 24. So we take a measurement of 24 millimeters. So from here, so this is 24 millimeters. Okay, so then we draw a vertical line. So draw a vertical line here. So and then we need to draw a vertical line for the frame, and then here also. So down here, so draw down here. All right, so then so let's so the casement window, so we are going to break this into two. Okay, so then if this is made of glass, and so this is the symbol for glass. All right, so then the second one, so we position it here. So we take 24 millimeters away. So this is 24 millimeters. Okay, so here also, so we show that this is made of glass. All right, so we have positioned the windows. Okay, so with all that we've done here, so we have positioned everything right within this building. All right, so what else do we to do? So you can label some parts of this building. Okay, so here this is the sitting room, so you can just write sitting room here. So sitting room. Okay, So this is sitting room. So you can just write it here. Okay, so we have this, and then okay, so here we have this to be toilet and bath. So toilet, so toilet and bath. Okay, so we have this. Okay, so you can then put can label this foundation footing and a little part. Okay, so we are done with the construction of the sectional view of this build. It's as simple as I've done it here. Thank you and God bless you.